There are two tickets in Dubrovnik and they both cost exactly 40 euros. One of them gets you onto the city walls. The other one gets you onto the same walls, plus a fortress, plus about 10 museums, plus every city bus for a day. 9 people out of 10 buy the first one and the ticket window will not stop them. That is one of 7 things the people who live here do without thinking, and every single one is either money back in your pocket or an hour off a queue. Number 7 is the one nobody plans for, and on a one-day visit it is worth more than the other 6 put together. I am holding that one until the end. On the way there, the gate that decides your whole morning where to eat inside the old town for under 10 euros, and the free swim 5 minutes from the busiest gate in Croatia. Number 1 starts before you have touched a cobblestone. Dubrovnik airport is about half an hour out and the official shuttle bus is 10 euros one way or 15 for an open return that never expires. A taxi for the same road starts around 35. The shuttle drops at 3 stops and the one almost nobody uses is the last one by the cable car, which puts you a 5-minute walk from the old town instead of out at the bus station. The same gap runs inside the city. From the harbour at Gruž, the taxi rank posts 25 euros to the old town. An Uber is about 6 euros 80 and the local bus is under 2 euros from a kiosk, 2.50 from the driver or 5 euros 31 for a ticket that lasts a full day. Same road, same 10 minutes. Nobody who lives here has ever queued at that rank. That is number 1 and it is most of a lunch. The old town is smaller than you think. It is about 600 meters end to end, one long limestone street with alleys climbing away on both sides and a wall you can walk the whole way around. Everything in this video is inside it or a 400-meter walk from a gate. Once you are through the arch, you will not need a bus again until you leave. Number 2 is the ticket and it is worth 40 euros for nothing. The walls on their own are 40 euros for an adult and 15 for a child aged 7 to 17. The one-day Dubrovnik pass is also 40 euros and it includes those same walls plus Fort Lovrijenac plus around 10 museums plus 24 hours of buses. Same money. If you are going to set foot inside one museum today, the pass is simply the better ticket and almost nobody at the window will point that out. Number 3 is the one 9 people in 10 get wrong. The wall circuit is just under 2 kilometers with something close to 1,200 steps. It takes most people 90 minutes to 2 hours and there is no shade anywhere on it. So the entrance you choose is not a small decision. It shapes an hour and a half of your morning. There are 3 ways up. Pile at the western end, Plose at the eastern end, and a third by the Maritime Museum at the old harbour that hardly anybody uses. Around 9 in 10 go in at Pile because that is where the coaches stop and where every map points. Here is what the maps leave out. The circuit is one way. Everyone walks it anti-clockwise and there are checkpoints along the route that will not let you turn back. So when the 10 o'clock wave pours in at Pile, they move around the loop as one long slow line, and if you went in at Pile 2, you are inside that line for the whole 90 minutes. Go in at Plose or at the Maritime Museum instead and you are permanently half a lap ahead of them. You are on the sea walls while they are still on the land walls and you never actually meet. A licensed guide company here says it plainly. Avoid Pile if you can because it has the steepest staircase of the 3 and the longest queue. In July and August that queue runs 30 to 45 minutes. At the Maritime Museum entrance there is usually no queue at all. One thing nobody tells you before you go up, and it matters more than the price: there are no toilets on the walls, there is no shade, and because it is one way with checkpoints, there is no way off in the middle. Once you start, you are committed to 90 minutes of stone stairs in full sun. Go at 8 when it opens, take water, and do not start it at 1 in the afternoon in August. Get up there for 8 and you have roughly 1 clear hour before the tour groups arrive. That hour is the difference between the wall walk being the best thing you do all day and being a hot shuffling queue you paid 40 euros to stand in Plose or the Maritime Museum 8 in the morning. That is number 3 and it is the biggest hour you will save today. While you are up there, look down at the wall itself rather than out at the roofs. On the landward side it is 4 to 6 meters thick. On the seaside it is a fraction of that. They put the stone where the armies were and left the money side open because the sea was where the money came from and nobody was going to bite the hand. Those walls have never once been taken. Number 4, you have already paid for and almost nobody claims. That €40 walls ticket also gets you into Fort Lovrijenac, and it stays valid for 72 hours. Lovrijenac is the fortress out on the rock just beyond Pile Gate, 5 minutes from where you came down the steps. It is the one place you can stand and photograph the walls you just walked from the outside with the whole old town stacked up behind them. You own it already. Almost nobody goes. That is number 4, a second fortress for nothing sitting in your pocket. Number 5 is not a place, it is a rule, and it works on every street inside these walls. If you can see the Stradun from your table, you are paying the Stradun price. Move one alley inland and the same thing costs a third less. A bottle of water on the main street is €4. 5 minutes away it is $1.20, and you do not need to buy water at all. Just inside Pile Gate, there is a big stone dome with 16 carved faces around it, and every one of them runs cold drinking water. That is Onofrio's fountain, finished in 1438 and fed by an aqueduct engineered 2 years earlier that carried water 12 kilometers downhill on nothing but gravity. It is free, it is safe, and on a hot day, it will save you €15 on its own. That is number 5, and you will use it 4 or 5 times before dark. Number 6 is one word, chalked on a board outside about 30 places in this town: Marenda. It is the Dalmatian name for the working lunch, a proper cooked plate served roughly 11 to 2 at a fixed low price, usually 8 to €14. A main course facing the old harbour will cost you 25 to 40. A Marenda one alley back is the same kitchen, the same fish, and a third of the bill. If you want it cheaper still, there is a bakery 60 seconds outside Pile Gate called Pekarnica Pile, where a burek, a coiled pastry filled with meat or cheese, is about €1.50. Sandwich bar Pile next door does sandwiches from €4 to €9. Inside the walls on the Stradun itself, there is a bakery called Mlinar where €8 buys a warm spinach and cheese pastry and a small ham flatbread. Do not expect to smile at Mlinar. They are moving 1,000 people an hour. Buy the pastry and go. 2 more worth naming. Buffet Scola in an alley 30 seconds off the main street does cured ham and marinated cheese on home-baked bread at bakery prices, and it is the one sit-down place inside the walls that everybody local agrees is honest. And Barber, one street behind, does an octopus burger for about €13, roughly half what a seafood main costs with a view. 2 warnings that go with it: bring some cash in small notes because the bakeries and the Marenda places are often cash only, and watch the bill in the tourist spots. Charges for bread, for the table and for service do turn up, and a whole fish priced by the kilo with no weight on the menu is an open check, so ask what it weighs before it goes anywhere near a pan. The tell for a place to walk past is simple: no menu outside, a plate described as traditional with no price on it, and somebody standing in the street inviting you in. That is number 6. 11 to 2, 8 to €14, one alley back. If you want a break from spending money, walk into the Franciscan monastery on the Stradun. There is a pharmacy inside it that opened in 1317. It is the 3rd oldest still trading anywhere in the world, and it is still a working chemist, so you can go in off the street with no ticket and buy a jar of rose cream made to a recipe the friars have been using for 700 years. €10 gets you into the cloister and its museum next door. Almost everybody pays it. The counter is free and it is older than the cloister. If you would rather have the walls and the guided walk booked before you land, the options we like are linked in the description below. A short walk outside Plos Gate, 4 minutes at most, there is a row of low stone buildings called the Lazarettos. This city invented quarantine. On the 27th of July 1377, Dubrovnik wrote into its law book that anyone arriving from a plague port had to sit out 30 days before they came in, and it built those sheds to hold them. Venice did not get there for another 46 years. They did not just survive the plague here, they turned the cure into a system. You can walk around the buildings for nothing. Now, the afternoon. Mount Sard sits behind the town, and the cable car costs €30 return, 17 one way, 4 minutes each way, running from 9 in the morning to midnight in high summer. If you do it late for the light. And if €30 for 8 minutes makes you wince, Lovrijenac gives you the better photograph of the old town anyway, and you already own that ticket. What the locals do instead is swim. Come out of Pilegate, turn left down the steps, and 400 meters later you are at Šulić beach, sitting in the bay under Fort Lovrijenac. It is free, it has genuine shade because it is wedged between two cliffs, it has a public shower and a toilet, and it is mostly people who live here. 5 minutes from the busiest gate in Croatia. If you would rather not leave the walls at all, there is a hole cut through the stone on the south side, which is what boozer means in the dialect here, and it opens onto cliff terraces with iron ladders down into the Adriatic. The swim is free. The water is startlingly clear and startlingly cold. Here is how I would put the day together. 8 in the morning on the steps at Plose or the Maritime Museum, down between 9:30 and 10. Onofrio's fountain, the pharmacy, and the cathedral, which is free to walk into. 11:30, Fort Lovrijenac on the ticket you already own. 1 o'clock, Marenda, 1 alley back. 2:30, swim at Šulić. 4:30, back through the gate. 6 o'clock, boozer for the part almost nobody stays for. Which brings us to number 7, the one I said was worth more than the other 6 together. Almost everybody who visits Dubrovnik is here for part of a day, and almost all of them are inside those walls between 10 and 4. Coach tours, day trips down the coast, people on a stopover. From about 4 in the afternoon, the old town starts to empty, and by 5 it is genuinely quiet. In high summer, the walls stay open until about 7:30. That window, 4 o'clock until the light goes, is the best few hours in Dubrovnik, and there is nearly nobody in it. The stone has been in the sun all day and holds the heat. The light goes gold on the limestone, and you can walk the length of the Stradun without turning your shoulders once. One condition: last entry to the walls is half an hour before they close, and the closing time slides earlier from August into September, so check it on the day and work backwards. 7 then. The bus, not the taxi. The pass, not the walls ticket. Plose, not Pile. Lovrijenac on the ticket you already own, 1 alley inland. Marenda between 11 and 2 and 4 o'clock. Do it in that order and you will be sitting on warm stone at Boozer at 7 with the Adriatic 20 feet below you and the last of the light on the wall you walked at 8 that morning. And for about an hour, the city will be almost entirely yours. If this saved you 45 minutes in the queue at Pilegate, subscribe. We do one of these for a new city every week, and the place you are heading next is probably already on the channel. Tell us in the comments which of the 7 you already knew and which one you had never heard.